My next guest is staying defensive. Joining me now is Charlie Bobrinskoy. He's the vice chair and head of investment group at Ariel Investments. Charlie, pick it up where you would. What are you thinking as you watch the bill advance and watching all of this play out?
Yeah, thanks. I loved your conversation, but you were missing one key word, and that is inflation. Interest rates go up, bond yields go up, not so much because of supply and demand of bonds or even expectations of growth. They are primarily driven by expectations of inflation. And what we are getting with the new tariff policies and trillions of dollars of deficits is higher expectations of inflation. And that is why in 1980 we had 12% 30-year bonds, not because of too much of a deficit or too many bonds. It was inflation. And so that's what's been driving things recently. The latest developments in these bills and in tariffs are fundamentally inflationary. We've had tax cuts. We've had tariffs, which are going to add to the cost of goods. Just to quickly put some numbers on that, on $4 trillion of imports, an average tariff of 10% would be $400 billion of increased costs. On a $30 trillion GDP, that's about 1.3% of inflation that gets added through that tariff bill. And people are seeing that now and saying that they need to be compensated with higher yields because of higher expectations for inflation.
Unless it just hits corporate profit margins. I find it interesting right now what's going on. Let's show some of these consumer staples names that are at, in some cases, multi-year lows. Conagra, lowest since 2019. Campbell Soup, same. General Mills, Kraft Heinz, lowest since 2020. You're looking at Smucker's. I mean, are all of these stocks trading off because of high rates and because of inflationary concerns? Because if there was more inflation a la 2020, you'd think they'd kind of get some margin expansion. But I wonder now if margin contraction is more of the concern.
It's actually, I think, the regulatory environment, and there's been the MAHA, Make America Healthy Again movement against packaged goods, against preservatives. A lot of the foods that Americans eat are not apples coming straight from the orchard. They are processed foods in packages. And Secretary Kennedy has made it clear that he wants to put more restrictions on those additives. That would be tough on the business of Conagra, even Smucker's. So Uncrustables, which we all love, which are a wonderful peanut butter and jelly sandwich,
but barely
do
resemble
have some
food.
preservatives in them.
Right, exactly.